all. We are thinking of you all and hope you're doing okay and your family are well and all the rest. So thanks for joining us today. We'll kick off now just with a few housekeeping points. So we will be recording this webinar. I'm just checking that now. Yep, it is recording. It also might be handy to join our client Facebook group if you're not in there already. So I will send a link to that. I'll paste that into the chat window now. Just give me 1 second. Sending that to everyone. So that's the link to the client Facebook group. So please feel free to come in there and join us because we are doing regular updates in there as well. Daily updates at the moment as things sort of change. All right, so we'll move on. Kamila, if you can.
Yep.
Q&A as well. So just ask any questions at all. Kamila and I are on here today and more than happy to answer them as they come in, or we'll also usually allow time at the end as well. But if anything just pops up, please type it into the chat or the Q&A either. I've got both of these up at the moment. As I mentioned, this session will be recorded and sent out and that client Facebook group as well. So perfect. Yeah, and we do want to let you know we are here for you. That's all right. So we're here to help you guys and to help your clients. That's been our focus at the moment. As we all know, there's a lot of businesses in pain at the moment, so we're hoping we can help. Please just reach out if you have anything at all, and yeah, use the chat today if you've got a question. So a few questions from us. There's 3 here. We did ask this last week in the webinar as well, and we really would like this to be a big part of the webinar today, to actually hear your feedback and to hear what's challenging you, what are you going through at the moment, what can we help with, and what's challenging your clients as well. And that one in particular really helps us when we write content. So if we know sort of their pain points and a bit more about what they're struggling with, we can write stuff that's relevant to that. So yeah, we'd love to hear it. Feel free to send that through in the chat. What's the biggest challenge for your clients at the moment? What are they calling about? I'm assuming at the moment it might be things like stimulus packages and that sort of thing, but yeah, please spell it out for me if there's anything we can help with.
Yeah, feel free to send it throughout the whole webinar. So if you just think of something, that you just pop it into chat, we know that's fine.
Perfect. And if there's one thing you'd like us to do, let us know. Awesome. So a few notes from us at BizInc. So first of all is just a little bit of an apologies. If you have requested the COVID-19 resources to be added to your site, we thank you very much for your patience. It has been a little bit busy. There's just a little setup involved in that, so that will settle down for us and it'll hopefully be a bit more back to normal for us as well. So we apologise if we've been a bit slow to respond in support or had a bit shorter responses, probably me. So yeah, we apologise and thank you so much for continuing to support us and be patient with us there. Now we do also have some things you can ignore as well. So you might have heard through various emails or social media posts or things like that, you might have heard about Tough Times Toolkit. Basically, this is some of our COVID resources, which we're offering for free to help other accounting firms as well. But trust me, you guys, if you have a website or a hub with us, you're getting way more and you're getting a lot more for that. As you know, it's been offered to you free as well. So there's a lot more that you are getting. So you don't need to sign up for that. Yeah, the Tough Times Toolkit is free, so it's no harm done if you have, or yeah, anything like that. We are also just sort of teasing this a little bit as well. We're launching a business continuity hub in the next couple of days. So that is a paid product, but you don't have to worry about that either, because exact same thing, you're getting this and more within a website or a hub with us. So yeah, some things you can ignore in case you see it come out in the coming days from BizInc. If you have any questions, if you're like, is this for me? Is it not? Just ask. That's fine. Just let us know via emails. And I did also want to let you know about a webinar that's coming up. So I will get the link to that and paste that in the chat as well. So a webinar that Matt is doing this Friday my time, it'll be Thursday for our North American friends. It's called How to Create a COVID-19 Communication Strategy for Clients and for Prospects. So I do really encourage you to register for that. Even if you can't make it live, we'll send the recording as usual. But that webinar, I think, is obviously very timely. Matt's going to be talking about sort of, should you be doing marketing at this time? What's the best thing to do? You're obviously getting inundated, probably from your clients with questions. And there's a whole lot of, as you know, there's a whole lot of just barrage of information out there. There's some misinformation. So what's the best thing that you can be doing for your clients as well? So Matt's going to be talking about that, and he actually told me to mention it. It's not about, a crass sort of selling strategy or anything like that. It's simply just going to be about, talking to people, communicating with people, making sure you're still getting in front of people. So it's not just the client side, but it's also making sure you do have a leads pipeline there for when this is all over. We don't want it all just to, die down, and what do we do from there, in the coming months. So two-part strategy there. Cool. Kamila, I'll let you talk now. I've rambled enough.
Yeah, so some of you already have, and as Anthea mentioned, we are still in the process of adding the new resources for you as well, the COVID resources for you. So you will have that on your website in the main menu as well. Topics that we cover is business advice, government health, latest news, and well-being. So as you can see on the screen as well. What we try to as well tell you is please don't change the name of these, and also the COVID-19 resources page, because it's linked to our feed. So if you change the name, then it'll fail to link to pull in the new content in as well. Yeah, so that's that.
If we just sorry,
did I just go?
Yeah, just jump.
Yeah. So I just wanted to also show you how you can manage that. So I'm just gonna jump out of this, and I'm going back here. So you will find in the backend of your website an option called COVID-19 resources. So sorry, I'm just gonna save this for now. This is something I'm gonna show you in a bit. If you go to COVID-19 resources, you will see all the resources that are about it, and they work exactly the same like your normal resources. You can manage them exactly the same as well. If you would like to add new resource, click on add new, and this is where you can start writing, adding your resource. All you need to do as well is just choose a topic and choose a type as well. You can add your own, but please do not change these. Don't rewrite the name of these, because it's linked, as I mentioned, it's linked to the feeds. If you would like to add or amend content on any of these as well, you can just click on them, and you'll see the contents already there. There's the video as well, and so on. Now, we also added your resources, the COVID resources, into the main menu. Sorry, I'm just going to go back. So when we add your resources, we add it to your main menu. We add it to the main menu through the menu. So this is where you can actually manage it yourself as well. So we usually add it as a separate item to your main menu. So I'm just gonna drag it somewhere here. But some of you may have quite a few items in the main menu. So what will happen is that the menu will break into two lines. So you can either add it under the resources, so you'll find the COVID-19 resources underneath the resources. But if you want it as a separate item, you would have to reorganize your menu as well. So you might want to put, I don't know, contact under about us. You can put the book meeting under, I don't know, client area, for example, just to create a bit more space to have that COVID-19 resources in the main menu as a separate item.
Yeah, I'll just jump in super quickly. Sorry, Kamila, something
Okay.
I just thought of. So if you do want, you can put wherever you like. You can put your COVID resources wherever you like, basically.
Yeah.
If you put them under something, like under the resources menu, as an example, you might like to have something on the homepage or, another message somewhere to direct people to it, so it's not as hidden. So we can do things like a
Absolutely.
pop-up. We've done that for a few clients this week as well. So just a little pop-up, and we have that, that can obviously not going to keep popping up. Or you can put exactly where you've got the homepage banner here that we're looking at, where it says, accounting, bookkeeping, business support. You can put something in there, whatever you like to do.
Yeah, exactly. So you can actually change the message temporarily because COVID-19 is very current. And so you might want to change this and link it to your resources. You might want to put it somewhere further down on the homepage as well.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So yeah, as Camilla's saying, you have access to edit this. You have access to edit your menu. You just go appearance and then menus, and we have probably a video coming soon, but we have an article on how to actually do that. And same for your pages. You have access and ability to go in and edit the content that's on your homepage and that sort of thing. So have a go and let us know if you get stuck.
You will have these menus as a separate item on in your menu. I'm logged in as admin, so you probably see this slightly differently, but on your website you're gonna have the menus item as a separate here in the in the menu. So just add that. So every time every time you add in something to the main menu or to any of the menus, the item is added to the very bottom. So just like you saw me, you just need to drag it wherever you want it to sit. If you want it under the resources, you can just add it to the under the resources and then just save it as well. So yeah, that's that. I'm just going to jump back to here.
I see Christy is just asking for some help changing the menus around to have a separate heading for COVID-19. So you're welcome to have a go if you feel confident, Christy. Otherwise, yeah, we'll definitely help you and we'll reach out after the webinar.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cool. That's mainly for the resources. Oh yes, this is the one I'm excited about actually. So we did add some new resources this week as promised. So we have actually a blog post which is pushed about your resources, so letting your clients and your prospects know, hey, we've got this really useful page, feel free to bookmark it. It's got content on, business advice, latest news, well-being. You can promote all that sort of stuff. A few of our clients have been doing that already, so you should find that in the blog section. Just like the normal blogs we provide, you'd find that in posts and then drafts. Camilla, you can probably show that in a second as well, but it's called something like useful information and business resources to help you with COVID-19 or something like that. So you'll find that in the post library, so again, feel free to edit that. One thing to note is you will need to add the link to your COVID-19 resources page. So that's quite easy to do as well, but let us know if you get stuck. So
and one thing I'd like to add as well is when you have your COVID-19 resources, feel free to promote it as well. So you've got all sorts of resources in there. So you can either create a blog around it and, I don't know, post a video that one of the guides has, or send an email to your clients or to your subscribers telling them that you've got COVID-19 resources. So you can actually promote the actual new feature that you've got, or new resources that you have through your blogs or through your email marketing as well.
I'd probably say all the above. Put a blog out. If you're connected to social media, that'll go there as well. Send an email. And I know probably a whole bunch of you are already doing this. It's great to have seen this already. It's really great for us at BizInc to see this stuff getting used. So that's awesome. So there's a blog there to help you let people know about it. But there is also some new email templates, which I've just hit push on this morning, my time. So they should be coming through. So one of them is, we're here to help during the COVID-19 crisis. And one of them, you can just add a link, maybe use appointment booking. So you might offer to chat to them as well. One of them is similar to what we've just talking about. So it's promoting the free resources and letting them know about that. But we've written that template to help you out, but we encourage you to edit that. If you don't want to say, book a meeting right now, you don't have to say that. You can, do whatever you sort of like as the call to action there. Or maybe it's just a case of letting people know, hey, we're working through some stuff and we aim to contact you, in the coming days. So you'll find that in the mail templates section. So you then have to bring that into, sorry, Camilla, making you go back. Um,
So, sorry, it's mail templates here. So
yeah,
this is the section where you actually find the new template. So you'll see it like this.
yeah, those are the three I've added this morning. You can see, so you should see them like that, and
Okay.
then you can bring them into email marketing as, say, an email blast would be the best way to do that. So I'm sure we have some knowledge base articles on that as well that you can access. But again, just reach out if you get stuck or have a question.
Yeah.
And something I wanted to add here as well, which is good you've brought it up, is we'll need,
Yeah.
again, you to add your link to your, for example, your contact page in this one, and your name and however you'd like to sign off. So I've put that in bold and italic, so hopefully you see that as well and can change that out.
Yeah, and feel free to play with the content. So if you want to add something or adjust it to your needs, feel free to do that as well.
Perfect. So that's blog 1 and 3 email blasts. We also have, point number 3 is a weekly digest for the US. So that's just updated at the 30th of March. So some really good content there about CARES Act and a couple of different changes. It's not just all about sort of, laws that passed and stimulus packages and things like that. There's also information on support for businesses, some like podcast links, and I think last week's one had tools when you're working from home and when your kids are home and things like that. So hopefully you'd find some good content in there. So that content will go on the business resources, the COVID-19 resources under the latest update section. And then we can pull that into a weekly digest newsletter for you as well. So that'll sit under there as Camilla's showing you. And then I'll talk in a minute about how that might pull through to an email. But basically there's some new really, really fresh content for the US. For Australia, we released a COVID-19 resources guide on government help. So that was about the third stimulus job keeper package payment that they announced. I accidentally called it the job seeker package when I typed it. And that is actually a different term under Centrelink, as many of you know better than I do. So my apologies for that. I've tried to update as many as I can. I may have missed yours. So please just keep an eye out for that. So job keeper is the correct name. Just change that over if you see it written as seeker. Please and thank you. So yeah, feel free to edit that one, but that's got some obviously really relevant content. I think that's been quite big, widely talked about, even heard it on the news this morning as well. So I think a lot of people are interested in that, and I think the site might have got a bit inundated as well, the government site. So yeah, I think that'll be useful for you. And then more coming soon. So actually, I hope to have a weekly digest for Australia out today, and same for UK and Canada as well. So and New Zealand, we'll keep you all updated there as well. I think that's the main things. Yeah. Weekly digest. So you might have heard us speak about this last week or somewhere along the line. Basically, you can still get your COVID resources and you'll have the regular content pushing there. But if you would also like this to go out as an automated newsletter with the latest news and your weekly digest updates, then we can automate that for you as well. So it's essentially a weekly newsletter that we can send to your clients or to whichever list you have in the back end of your website in email marketing. So as I mentioned, this content is specific to your country. So Camilla just showed you the latest digest that's been updated for the US. So that's what would pull through to exactly here, as Camilla's showing. That would be an example of the weekly digest that would go out. So we are in the process. We have a few in our queue for that as well. We're in the process of setting that up this week. The goal is to get new content out today on a Wednesday, our time. And then you can have a chance to review it on a Thursday with the goal to send it on a Friday. So yeah, that's my point there. We'll have a chance to review it and edit it as normal. And you'll also see that same content on your website, which is quite good. So it's going out in multiple places. So if you're interested in that, let us know in the chat. Yes, I'd like that, or I'd like to see more, or if you've got a question about it, just let us know.
That's all. Yeah.
Cool. Next one, I just sort of wanted to tease this a little bit. So sorry, I can't give you a whole heap of information at the moment, but we do have more resources coming soon, basically. And this one is going to be quite good. So you might have heard of Cash Flow Story. So we're doing a little something with them. So you can offer like a stress test your business option for clients. And the goal of that is to help start these conversations. As you know better than us, cash flow is quite a big problem, like a serious problem for businesses that have been forced to close and there's just nothing coming in the door, let alone it being a problem before COVID-19, so cash flow, we know it's a big issue. So Cash Flow Story is a little tool that helps you understand sort of the story that's going on behind the finances, with the goal to help you start some conversations there. So just a little teaser of that. You'll hear more information coming soon if you're interested. Cool. So I just wanted to remind you that you have a whole bunch of tools in your website already. I know most of you are probably fully aware of this and using it, especially in the last couple of weeks, which is awesome to see. So yeah, just a reminder, you have a whole bunch of blogs in there. There's email marketing, so get in there and have a go at sending an email blast. And if you get stuck, send us a message. If you've connected through to social media, then your blogs will go through there as well. So that's a great way to just get this content out in front of more people. Because some people go on Facebook, but a portion of your clients won't. So maybe it's good to send an email newsletter as well, and just make sure it's across multiple platforms.
Absolutely. Sorry, Anthea.
It's all right. I was just going to say there's also a whole bunch of business resources there as well. So we've got a whole bunch of things for you.
Yeah. I just wanted to add, like, more than ever, the communication is now quite important, and especially now when people are working from home. So you'd like to use this communication tools to tell your clients, because you can't meet them. So the blogs, email marketing, social media, and business resources, it's perfect. Just use it to communicate to your client. It's pre-written there. It's there for you, so feel free to use that.
Yeah, and that's another thing, like links to what we said at the start. If there's a particular email that you'd like to send to your clients, and particularly if you feel it's something sort of busy can help with, we'll just ask first of all. But like if it's something that we could write for you and potentially push out as part of this COVID-19 offering that we have, let us know. So obviously, the ones we've written so far about, we're here to help, book in a time to chat, and here's some useful resources. That's just where we're starting. So we're more than happy to hear. I'd really like an email blast on this, and I think others would find it valuable as well. Just let us know. Awesome. If you have any questions, we're here to help. We have a couple coming through as well, Kamila, so I'll just deal with them in 1 minute. So if you do have any questions after this webinar or whenever it pops up, the best place to email is support@bizinconline.com. And we will get back to you. As I mentioned, there's a few in there at the moment. The online support centre, or you might have heard us call it the knowledge base, is support.bizinconline.com. So have a search there if you have any questions, especially if it's things like, I've forgotten how to add a featured image to my blog, or, change my menu round or something like that. Have a search in there and give it a go. You can message us right from there as well. So you can start a chat from within your website or within the knowledge base too. So just ask if you get stuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll just jump to a question, Kamila. Christy is asking, are the mail templates being loaded to all sites, or does it depend on your subscription level? So say like an essentials site, or what are the hub packages?
Yeah, so if you have an essential website, you don't have email marketing. It's not part of your package, so you won't be able to use it in a way that you basically pull it into your email marketing template, because you need that email marketing.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if we can definitely get you the content, even if it's in a Word doc sort of form.
Yeah, exactly. We can give you like a pre-written Word doc, with pre-written the emails, and we'll send it to you. That's absolutely
fine. Yeah. So we'll see a way to get that content to you. Great question. We definitely want to help you get this sort of stuff out. So we'll make a note to contact you afterwards as well. Now, Parry is asking, our website is still being built. Kamila, you know about that in production. How do I access these emails or newsletters, etc.?
Okay, so I'll send you a link. So like we mentioned at the beginning that about Tough Times Toolkit, that it's basically something that we add to every website. So it's the COVID-19 resources that you get to your websites, but I'll send you a link and you can actually, because it's free, you can actually fill the form and sign up for this whilst your website is in production, so you have access to these resources.
Yeah, so unfortunately you will have to wait for the full functionality, and yeah, I'm sorry about that, but there is a bunch of stuff that we can offer you for free now.
Yeah.
But yeah, just not as much as when your website goes live. That's obviously our valued clients are getting more at the moment. So we will obviously hope to have your website up and running shortly and can get that working for you. And it's awesome to see you're
Absolutely.
excited to use it. So it's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Now, Lisa is asking, I'm wondering if you might be able to show this, Kamila. I'm not sure if it's fully set up on the demo site, but how to pull a mail template across into email marketing, for example, an email blast.
Okay.
So the mail templates we added this morning, yeah, you've got one in
Okay,
there.
so for this one, you pull it into mail template into your email marketing campaign. You want to use the email blast. So you just choose your branded template. So you should have your branded template set up for you on your website. So when you click create, it'll take you to the selection of the template. Unfortunately, because I'm sharing the screen, it just loads forever, but here it is. So okay, so as you know, when you open the email marketing template, or by default, it'll open with the default content, so you can just delete that. Now, to pull the mail template into your email marketing campaign, you just use the post module, drag it into your template, and from the drop down, you choose mail template, and then you choose your mail template. By default, it will only show you the excerpt, but if you click on this display option, this is where you can format it. So you click on full post, it will show you full post, and you can play with all the formatting options.
Yeah, I'd get rid of the read more text bit.
Yeah, you don't need this, so you can just delete this here, and then insert selected as well. What you can do here, you can add a short code, so it will pull in the name, pull the first name from the list of your subscribers. So you can just put the first name short code. So this code will personalize each email to your client's name, and this way you can send it in bulk to everyone. Don't forget to change this as well. So,
yeah, I've just realized there's one at the top there, COVID resources as well. So there's 3 things to add into that one, for example.
And then you just continue as normal. So you just click next, and also at the subject line, pick a list. So who you are sending this to, you can send it to, if you've got more lists like you see here, so you can send it to all of your newsletter subscribers, but you can also send it to those that subscribe to, for example, your lead magnet, or you have a different lists based on the type of clients, or you have a list with all clients and so on. So you can actually pick more than one list as well. And then just either send it immediately, or you can schedule it for certain days and time as well.
Perfect, that's great. Lisa said, awesome, too easy. Thanks, Kamila. I think I'm just checking if I missed a question in here. Oh, that's great, Christy. She's just fixed up the heading herself, so that's awesome.
Great.
Sorry, there's so much coming in at the moment. I'm just trying to sort through. I think that's most of the questions, but please, we'll stay on here for another minute or 2. Okay. So just ask if you have anything else. Kamila, I might get you, sorry, to please go back to the slides and just the last couple. I think there's only maybe one more. Yeah, 12. So just, I would love to hear your feedback on, first of all, your feedback on the COVID-19 resources, and if they're helping, if there's any feedback at all, we'd love to hear it. But also from your clients, if they give you any feedback, obviously, hopefully, we'd love it to be great feedback, but we would love to hear some constructive feedback as well. So if they're finding it useful, if they particularly liked this resource, in particular, or anything at all, let us know. I know this is only just launching, for some not launched yet, so we understand this might be a couple of weeks coming. So please just keep us in the loop with how you're finding it and how your clients are finding it. Awesome. I think that's all for today. Thank you all who came along, and we really appreciate your support. We hope to see you in the Facebook group. Some nice messages coming in. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, we really appreciate, especially this week, I've just been appreciating our lovely clients who are so patient with us and who are, on the front line dealing with businesses who are, business owners that are heartbroken at what's going on. And we're really grateful.
You've been all really lovely. We've got some awesome feedback from you. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Thanks for your time, everyone. We'll finish it up there and have a great day.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.